25.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Football League. We are in Week 8. We're missing a couple of episodes in here. We had some technical difficulties that caused a couple games not to get put out on the channel. So we are sitting at 3-4 right now. You missed a loss to the Buccaneers and a win over the the Raiders, and now we are facing the Detroit Lions. This in a game where we're missing 3 starters. Our running back Kenny Gainwell went down with a practice injury. He'll miss this week. Our starting strong safety Sheldrick Redwine also went down with a practice injury, and Jason Kelsey was lost for 4 games last week. And so we are playing extremely shorthanded in a game that we absolutely need to win if we want to try to stay competitive here in our division. So Jared Goff is going to sail one there. Brings us to a 3rd and 9. The running back had a step on Zaven Collins, but Goff is unable to make that throw. And gets us into a 3rd and 9. And Josh Sweat comes roaring off the edge, coming off of a 3-sack game, by the way, and he's going to hit Goff as he throws, and we are going to start the game forcing a 3-and-out on defense.
How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia.
Boston Scott getting the double dip at returner, and he is also going to be our starter for the game with Kenny Gainwell's injury, and so we'll see if we can get him going early here. Gainwell having a really good season so far in his rookie year, and so missing him definitely hurts, but we'll see if Boston Scott is able to answer the bell this week.
Boston Scott, his first carry, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
And Tua Tagovailoa is going to drop a pass into Quez Watkins along the sideline, and that will move the sticks and get the Eagles into scoring position here.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Scott.
And Scott, with a little bit of room there, he's going to pick up 6 yards and get it down to a 2nd and 4.
Nicely bit off, a pretty decent gain.
Second down at 4. Tua sets up to pass it. This is Smith with a grab. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
All right, 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Looking to put points on the board after a defensive 3-and-out. And that is going to open like the Red Sea for Boston Scott right up the middle. And the Eagles will get on the board first and take a 7-0 lead pending the extra point.
Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity.
And Fletcher Cox is going to shed the center there, and he is going to drop DeAndre Swift in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
While they're playing this one, they've got to take care of business first.
Brings up a 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's gone.
And fires a pass to Williams, tackled by Williams, just short of the first down marker. And that's going to get us to a 3rd and 1.
Passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to.
Ooh, and he threads the needle in there to TJ Hawkinson, and the Lions will pick up their first down of the game off of a timely play-action pass.
Was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Goff. He's going to get that to Swift.
Ooh, and that's a big hit stick there from Zaven Collins. Swift will hang on to the ball, though, and pick up another first down.
They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And nothing doing for Swift there on that zone fake jet. Zaven Collins comes roaring into the backfield for the stop, and so that's going to get us to a 2nd and 11.
The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Swift again on
And
2nd down.
again, nothing doing on the run play there.
He'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Gets us to a 3rd and 12.
Gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He wants it all for the end zone.
Ooh, and Javon Holland drops what could have been an interception on a vertical route there. And it looks like the Lions will have to settle for a field goal. Missed opportunity for the Eagles defense there to come away with an interception and keep points off of the board.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any point.
And that kickoff will go into the end zone, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
And Devontae Smith brings one in down the sideline against what looked like a cover one man coverage. No, it was cover three, and so the Eagles are going to pick up big yardage here and already back in scoring position.
And continues to be one with another one right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try the left side.
Boston Scott will be dumped down for a 4-yard gain.
On first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. He's going to fire one deep.
And Tua will throw a strike to Dallas Goedert up the seam for a touchdown.
Dallas Goedert
Barely fits one into that window
and the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
as the Eagles jump out to a 14-3 lead.
Tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Elliott good on the extra point.
So all the momentum is on the Eagles side in a big road game here. Getting that momentum is really key early in these games because it's hard to get it back. And so momentum on our side. Hopefully we can get off the field here and try to expand our lead.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads.
Josh Sweat dropping into coverage that time, and he's going to make the tackle on DeAndre Swift out in the flat for a minimal gain.
Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff.
Ooh, and Josiah Scott almost is going to come up with an interception on that play. But it just gets out. Just out of his grasp, and that's going to come to a 3rd and 7.
They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff.
And he floats a pass to TJ Hawkinson, and somehow the ball is in the air forever, but he's going to come down with that to pick up the 1st down and end the 1st quarter.
Hawkinson for a Lion 1st down. A play fake for Swift, now Goff.
And that's going to be intercepted by Hall. He's going to be tackled immediately. A bad decision there to roll out of the pocket and toss that away. And the Eagles will take over with the ball at the 48-yard line.
5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The throw right side is complete here on the
And
first
Dallas Goedert once again over the middle of the field off of a blitz there. Tua is able to get that ball out and picks up big yardage on 1st down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Scott.
And Boston Scott with a big hole up the middle and is going to get very close to picking up a first down.
And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys.
And nothing there for Scott on second down as he's going to be dropped for a 1-yard loss.
Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
So 3rd and 1 here on the 12-yard line. And immediate pressure off of the edge, and Tua is going to be strip sacked, but Lane Johnson will fall on it, alleviating a potential disaster on that play. And the Eagles will settle for a field goal. So Lane Johnson gives up the immediate pressure that leads to the strip sack, but then he falls on the ball and redeems himself just a little bit. And the Eagles will take a 17-3 lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before
Nothing doing for the Lions on the ground as Swift now has -2 yards on 5 carries
is there only one of the game.
Coaches
for the day.
talk about turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, gone. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it
And
go.
that's going to be intercepted by Greedy Williams, and he will have a chance at a return. Can't really set anything up with his blockers there. Get weird little dance around trying to set up some blocking. But the Eagles are going to get the ball at the 38-yard line once again, and just firing really on all cylinders so far in this game.
Body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw
Tua will take the underneath route to Watkins, who will pick up 15 yards. And Tua is now 6 of 6 passing for 168 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot
And
of trouble.
Boston Scott with a huge hole there is going to pick up 12 yards. It looked like that play was dead in the water, but the defensive tackles ran into each other, and Scott picks up big yardage.
So he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it.
And Scott right up the middle would have the touchdown if he doesn't run into Jalen Rager. As it is, it's going to end on the 1-yard line.
Goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Peterson.
And Adrian Peterson gets the handoff out of the I form and will take it right up the middle and touch for a 1-yard touchdown.
Push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give right side Swift.
And Swift will reach for the first down there. He's going to be just short. And it brings up a 3rd and 1.
That's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the Lions hit an easy pass out to the flat. Nobody there, and that's going to be an easy first down. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning, with the Eagles leading 24-3 on the road in Detroit, and all the momentum on their side at this point.
Remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Goff on first down.
And Goff's going to roll out. Rodney McLeod will make the tackle in the flat for a 2-yard gain. And the clock continues to roll.
This week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season.
And Goff will roll out under pressure, and he's going to throw the ball away. Gets us to a 3rd and 8.
Possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now slows down your momentum.
And Collins misses the hit stick there, as I was trying to figure out what the heck was wrong with my coverage, not even showing a deep zone. And he hot routes into 4 verticals, and Rodney McLeod is just a step slow. Sheldrick Redwine probably picks that off, but Rodney McLeod and his 84 speed just can't quite get there.
But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To the air again, Goff.
And Davion Taylor runs that route for him, and that's going to be a pick 6 if we can pick up the quarterback. Davion Taylor, reservations for 6 because of an absolutely stupid mechanic that EA has in the game, this momentum factor like a book that lets me see his primary receiving target. Knew that was a screen pass from the beginning, and Taylor runs through that one for a pick 6.
How do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up. And also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
So 31-3, this game is looking like it's already on ice. Obviously, you can blow games with a big lead, but this one's looking pretty safe so far, as we're scheduled to get the ball back after half as well. And Josiah Scott is going to hit DeAndre Swift there. There's now 14 seconds left until half.
As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now to throw.
And Rodney McLeod is going to pick that one off at the sideline with 10 seconds left. and then do an acrobatic backflip that I'm not sure that the real Rodney McLeod can pull off.
How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
And the fourth interception of the half for the Eagles defense, as they're just steamrolling the Lions at this point. And we will just call a running play here to get this to halftime. No need to mess around and do something dumb, throw a pick. We'll be quite content to take that lead to half.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime.
Get our halftime adjustments in here.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone
And
back for
looking to salt this game away, looking to get out of here without any more injuries. Coming into this game really banged up, and definitely can use getting some guys healthy, but the defense has played great so far, and to be honest, we'll just open the playbook up this half and see what we can find.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Boston Scott gains a couple of yards there on first down. Will get us to a 2nd and 7.
Before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On 2nd and 7, Tua.
And has Devontae Smith running up the seam, and that is going to be a 72-yard touchdown, threading it in between the safety and the cornerback. The Tua to Devonta Smith connection has been on point this game as Devonta Smith brings in another touchdown pass.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the
And Hawkinson is going to burn Hall out of the flat there on the little out route, picks up an easy first down.
finish things off, that's the only way you can get it done.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Back to throw, Goff.
And Brandon Graham there with the big hit on DeAndre Swift dropping into coverage, and that brings up a 2nd and 6.
All game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And the Lions are going to burn a timeout there to avoid the delay of game and keep it at a 3rd and 4.
In this third quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
And that's a beautiful throw down the sideline by Jared Goff. The receiver is somehow going to pull that in over Hall, and the Lions are in 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Goff, eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and he rolls out we send the spy, and I thought I could lurk that with Taylor, but I get a little too far underneath. And the Lions will put up 6 here, and now they are going to go for 2.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit.
And he rolls out into the flat, into the contain there. He's going to get the pass off and a nice little juke move of Alex Singleton, but Davion Taylor will rally and tackle to keep the Lions at 9.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Ooh, and Tua is going to throw an interception on the corner route there to Dallas Goedert. Looked like we had him open. A good reaction from the safety to get out there. And as the offense has been prone to do so far this season, we throw an interception there and give the opponents some life. Oh, and he throws it right at my user again. I'm just not in the right place. I read that tight end up the seam. And he bends that route in and gets the completion. And just like that, the Lions are moving the ball.
Off play action. Here's Goff.
And TJ Hawkinson catches the ball over Josiah Scott. And so just like that, the Lions score again. And for some reason, while they're down by 21 points, the momentum is now on their side.
So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. Goff looking to throw.
And Alex Singleton will bat that down in the flat. So now it's 38-15.
Offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be first.
The game was looking firmly in control before that interception. It still is, to be honest, but definitely not what you want to do when you've got a lead like that.
Don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua.
Nothing there. They throw that ball away. And now the offense is in danger of going 3 and out.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And he'll find Boston Scott for the 1st down out of the backfield on the angle route. And the clock will continue to move.
3rd down conversion. A 3rd down gain of 19. On 1st down, Scott, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
8 yards to go on second down.
And Quez Watkins is going to take the ball there, and a flag is down. It's going to be holding. Backs us up to a 2nd and 16.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Hits Quez Watkins over the middle. He's going to eat a hit stick and be down near the first down marker. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it.
Big pressure on the 3rd and 1. Protection breaks down and had the running back coming open, but did not have time to get the throw off. And Tua's going to take a sack, and the Eagles will punt the ball away.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
And it's going to be a punt down to the 21-yard line. And now for some reason the Lions, down by 23 points, not only have momentum on their side, they have enough momentum that it's activated their first momentum factor. So just bizarre here how these stupid mechanics from EA work, but the Eagles are desperately going to need to get a stop here. Let's try to get that momentum swung back on our side.
It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high, so they can keep cutting into that lead.
To throw again on second down. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete.
Nothing there on that corner route. Brings up a 3rd and 5.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Goff.
Ooh. Throws it right behind the linebacker there and picks up a 1st down.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield straight. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rolling to his right.
And rolls out, is going to throw the ball away under pressure, and comes down to a 3rd and 6 with 12 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter.
Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the 50, it's gone. Sliding out of the pocket.
And that's going to be batted down as well. The Lions having a big tendency to sprint roll out to the right here. I would imagine we see him go for this. Yeah.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone.
And somehow he fits that ball in the middle of 3 defenders and is going to pick up that 1st down.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Goff.
Drops it right over a defender. 2 guys missed tackles. And we'll have a 30-yard gain on what should have been an incomplete pass. I'm telling you, the momentum in this game is insane. How it affects everything.
Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Here's Swift. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
He's going to throw that one away under immediate duress.
Just as he let that go.
And it brings us to a 3rd and goal.
That's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking for
How do you throw that? How do you throw 4 verticals from the 5-yard line and it be a touchdown?
And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it.
There we go. Get the interception. Let's try to run that one back for 2. Only one man to beat. It's just the quarterback, and Hall is going to get the pick 6 for, well, the pick 2, I guess. And somehow momentum just moved in the Lions' favor after they threw a pick 2. Like, they literally got more momentum in the game after that.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Up by 19. It's a 3-possession game. Honestly, we just got to hope that we can move the ball a little bit, and surely there's not enough time left for us to lose this game. So let's see if we can come out and establish our ground game. It's kind of struggled all day long.
Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles on.
Dump it off to Boston Scott in the flat and let him pick up 7 yards.
So overall, be happy with what they've seen.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look down.
So 2nd and 3.
Before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space,
and Scott will batter his way down for the 1st down.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Tua now on 1st down.
Chunking a deep ball for Devonta Smith, and it's in and out of his hands twice as Tua tries to take the big shot downfield. It's going to go to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua.
And Tua finds Boston Scott for the 1st down and across midfield.
Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the carry, this is
And nothing there for the Eagles rushing attack. It's really done nothing all game.
as he's down to the 48. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And throws an interception. And
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Well, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And calls a running play for Swift there. Certainly happy to let them run the ball anytime they want.
Nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get it inside.
Run, clock, run.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, Goff.
And that ball overthrown by Jared Goff and gets to a 2nd and 10.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Goff. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. From the red zone now, Goff.
How is that open? He's just literally snapping and throwing the ball, and somebody is wide open every play. I mean, that's zone coverage, and there's just nobody even there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Swift.
And Swift up the middle.
No gain there, and it's going to set up.
Clock will continue to tick down.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. He's got his man. It's
Run into the tight end and get hung up in some animation trying to get out there.
Swift with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I mean, ultimately it doesn't matter because we're going to win this game, but you know, if there was 5 more minutes left, I have serious doubts we could hang on in this one.
Deficit to 12.
I can't believe he's not onside kicking here at the 2-minute warning. He's only got 2 timeouts, so there's no chance that we will call a pass play. It'll be 3 straight runs, and then we'll be happy to pump the ball back with this lead. But
So we will start here at the 25. Offense set to begin their next drive. first down. It's Scott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And he'll take his first
Fresh out
timeout.
of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson.
And Adrian Peterson is going to be right at the first down marker. I don't think he got it. Brings us to a 3rd and inches.
The last of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And that's the game. Boston Scott picks up the first down, and we can go into victory formation.
Those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
So it wasn't pretty down the stretch with some key mistakes by the offense. But we will ultimately get out on the strength of a good defensive performance in the first half. The offense was good in the first half too, but just really melted down, throwing interceptions there at the end of the game. But we will come out with a 40-28 win. We're going to get back to 500, 4-4 after a disastrous start to the year. We will be fully healthy next week, barring practice injuries, except for Jason Kelsey. I'm not sure who's up next week. It might be the Chargers. As we look to make a push into the second half of this season. So 40-28 is going to be the final here. We'll take a look at the stats and see if we got any skill points, and then we will get you guys out of here until week 9.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in week 10.
All right, let's take a look at the stats here. Overall, we're outgained by 2 yards on offense. We're +2 in turnovers, which is what ultimately gets us out of that game. Tua goes 11 of 15 for 296 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 2 costly interceptions. On the ground, Boston Scott is 16 for 79 with a touchdown. Adrian Peterson has 6 yards on 2 carries and a touchdown. Through the air, Devonta Smith has 3 for 129 and a touchdown. Quez Watkins and Dallas Goedert each have 63 yards. Lane Johnson gets abused, giving up 2 sacks. Rodney McLeod leads the team in tackles. Davion Taylor, Javon Hargrave, Zaven Collins, Fletcher Cox all with a tackle for loss, no sacks, and 4 players come out of the game with an interception. So let's exit out and see if we got any skill points to spend here. We got some to spend. Let's see. Dallas Goedert. We'll spend it on vertical threat. Gets a break tackle. I feel like he breaks a lot of tackles. Devonta Smith gets one. Let's spend his on slot. Come on, speed point. Okay, we get some route running. That's fine. Josh Sweat. Two finesse move. And Davion Taylor. Again, come on, speed point to give me something good. And he gets an acceleration, which we'll take. So There we go. Gets us to 4-4. Next week is the Chargers at home, and then the Broncos on the road. In the game, we should get Jason Kelsey back. And so that's going to wrap it up for this one. We will see you guys next week when we host the Chargers for our first chance to go over 500 on the season.